Hi there, Galen here, Design Team member for Unity Stamp Company. Today I am showing how to watercolor using Distress ink refill bottles. I recently purchased some of those to use and refill my Distress ink pads, but now I use them also for watercolor. I'm using Unity Stamp Company kit called No Limit to Love. It's the girl in the window. And for the sentiment and the sprigs, I'm using the kit called His Words by Unity. It's the November 2019 sentiment kit. I die cut the edges to make sort of an oval pattern on the top and bottom. I use my Creative Time, and I use their more stitched edges. Now for Distress ink bottles, I tested a few of these, and I decided to use 3 colors. I used spun sugar, frayed burlap, and tumbled glass. I tried a different color and it wasn't what I was looking for, so I switched it up. So these are the colors I used. Now to use them, I like to use the Alt New palette watercolor mat for mixing colors. I just drop one dropper full, or just not a whole dropper full, just one drop of each color onto the palette. And before I add the color, I use water by section. So I want to finish one section for one color at a time, and then I'll heat set that. Now with the water, when you add water first to the stamped image, you just need to come in with a tiny dab of the Distress ink color. And if you touch the color with the brush onto the water, it sort of moves itself. And then you can use the brush to gently move the color around more where you like it. Now, I did her dress in a pink color, and you want to make sure you don't have too much water, especially in small places. So I added water there and color, and then I heat set that. If you want a softer look and it comes out too dark, you can just add a dry paper towel over it and try again. Now for the face, I wanted just a real light shade, so I use Zig Clean Color Real Brush Marker pens in 071 and 028, just to give a light tone there. And then I went in and blended a little bit more of that pink to the dress. Now I'm coming in with another dab of a different color for the hair, and add the water very lightly to where the hair is going to be, and then dab a tiny bit of that brown color and dab that into the water, and then move it around with the brush. I use a very narrow watercolor brush for this technique. I found some of these long watercolor brushes on Amazon, and they're in all different sizes. I love it. It was very reasonable too. Now, for the window trim, I didn't add water first because it's such a narrow space, but I watered down the color, the brown color, before adding color directly to the window frame. Now I'm adding a little water to the top 2 panels of the window. It came out a little too dark blue. I wanted a lighter blue, so you'll see how I add water to a panel and pick it up from that darker area and move it over to the next window panel. And then you just kind of repeat that. You can make a scene in that window if you like. I just wanted to make it simple and just keep it light. Now, I added a little bit of cream color to that wall there where she's standing, and I wanted an even more of a muted look. So after I was finished with the watercoloring and before I heat set it, I just put a paper towel over the whole thing just to pick up any darker colors, and heat set it and added some foam tape to that panel. And there you go. It's a really sweet card. I hope you take a moment to like and subscribe to my YouTube. Thanks for watching.